Hello, Aizhan,
Hi, Dmitry.
and yeah, thank you for coming today for the interview for business intelligence developer position. It is good position because it is remote, and I see based on your resume, you experience BI developer, and you have already like six years in this field as a BI developer and data analyst. You know well SQL in BI tools. And if you didn't yet test your SQL knowledge with Nikita, you definitely need to do so. You also have some additional experience. Oh, you're doing PhD in data science. That's nice. Um, and
Thank you.
why, my question, why do you want to do work as a business intelligence developer versus, for example, data scientist?
Because I'm not confident yet in that data science as well. So I've just started basically, and I just need to get started somewhere, I guess. And when I will feel like more confident in data science, I think I need to improve my math maybe or statistics in data science. So
Mhm. Okay.
that's the reason. I just want to go on an easy way, maybe so
Yeah.
far.
I would maybe put here like that you pursuing, for example, PhD in like data analytics field or like
Mm,
business analytics.
okay.
At least for now, that
Yeah.
will make more sense, but it's just
Oh, got it. Yeah,
little thing.
I
Um,
got what you mean.
yeah. So here, yeah, we have. I mean, I'm curious. Pintajas. I know Pintaja kettle. I think
Yes, this one
spoon.
maybe I
Yeah,
use.
but I forgot what spoon is. It probably it's part of Pintaja kettle. Like,
Yes, yeah. It's part of some kind of library or
mm.
to build some ETL process.
Yeah, and I think here
It,
what I would do as well. You have technical visualization, so I maybe expand these. So you have data warehouse, you have visualization, or maybe better put like BI or business intelligence, data warehouse. For technical, I would split it into things, maybe more than one is data integration, and because ETL and Pentaha is two different things.
right.
So
Oh yeah,
ETL,
yeah. This is not the
yeah,
one type.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you yeah,
ETL more
basically,
like a concept. Okay.
yeah, exactly. It's and because there is also ELT, that's why it's better to split into data integrations, for example. And you have Pentaho,
Oh,
and maybe you can add the Fivetran, and then you can also add DBT. You have to add DBT as well. I don't know, someone else wants to join. I don't know. So what else we have? Mm, yeah, data warehousing again. Oh, you just put everything. So it's a bit weird, right? Here you have like column and then what you have, and here you just outline. So that's why it's you have BI, you have data warehouse, you have. I was talking about that. Here you have the columns. Here you
yeah, I
just put
get it.
the. So just skills. You have the group, and maybe not data warehousing. You can use like Word data platform. Or it could be
Data
Snowflake,
platform.
Databricks, Redshift, BigQuery, like
Yeah.
four biggest one. This is business intelligence. For technical, maybe it could be like coding, like Python, or could be maybe DevOps, like with GitHub, something
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, play a bit. It doesn't really care. I don't care about data analysis, business analysis, exploratory data analysis. It's useless because
Yeah.
our focus how you will use the data to add the value for the organization. So then you September last year you started work in the global benefits as BI analyst developer. You're using the Power BI and Domo and reporting service. So you use 3 different tools for BI, and
Right.
you do some automation that saves the work. You work with the complex SQL queries. Not clear what was the data warehouse here?
SQL Server.
Okay, and was it on premise?
Yes.
Does it mean the whole like use case was on premise?
Yes. They don't have they don't use any cloud. Everything's on premise.
But the thing is that everyone used the cloud. It means you.
Yeah, I have realized now that everyone is using more modern tools.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's why I would, for example, here you need to put like data warehouse. And for example, if it's Azure, right, you can. If it's Azure, you can talk about use cases. For example, you can talk about proof of concepts projects. For example, migration from on-premise. So like you can also talk that you run the initiatives of migrations and modernization of your analytics. Especially it's clearly like reporting service. Then you can talk, it was the pain for us to have first multiple tools, and you run the initiatives for Power BI
Yeah,
to migrate.
that's actually true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you need. It's a very good use case for modernizations of analytics environment and use cases. That's why you need to highlight this, and then maybe consolidations, free BI tools in one. Yeah, and for reconciliation reports, also good to know what tool use, like Power BI or like reporting service,
Power
whatever.
BI.
Yeah, then you can tell you work on proof of concept projects, for example, implementing either Synapse or BigQuery. Depends. If it's Azure, you don't have lots of choice. It could be Azure SQL or Synapse dedicated pool or even Azure Databricks, or it could be the third party like Snowflake. That's very good use case. The data modeling efforts like data marts, report on its purpose stream. Okay. Effective collaborate cross-functional team. Yeah, I think also nice to have things about the quality of reporting and maybe SLA. By this, I mean that, for example, every day, 9 a.m., reports and fresh data should be available. If it's not, you need to collaborate with upstream team like data engineers, data warehouse team, to help them to explain them why it's important and push for this initiative to make the quality and also the quality, right? If you have some metrics that not accurate, how you can trust the data. So again, you can work with data engineers to bring DBT testings or just the tests, right? Ensure the quality. And then you can talk about exploring DBT and Snowflake to basically enforce the testings as a testing framework.
Oh, okay.
And also for the documentations is very important, because the documentation, how you're gonna like document all your metrics and how the users will find your dashboards, how they use it. Do you have a description of the metrics? Are they accurate? Maybe the solutions for data catalog or some kind like things around data governance.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the pain points for every organization.
Yeah.
So
We do have some kind of data quality team, and we do provide documentations with all the report logic and logic of the metrics, like the rules, how do we calculate, etc.
For BI developer position here, like I also don't see what was the BI, what was the data warehouse.
Oh, so this one was, I worked in a consulting company, and we utilized different tools. We use ClickHouse. So depending on the solution and the project. So for this one, I guess, yeah, the main one was in ClickHouse.
Mm-hmm.
So the client's data was in Oracle and SQL Server, and we migrated it to ClickHouse to build like analytical data warehouse.
Yeah,
But I
ClickHouse
should
is
mention
nice.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to, and so ClickHouse is open source, is quite popular here in North America too. So worth to mention it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but here I could mention like Snowflake, DBT.
Yeah.
Also, maybe a bit talk about collaborations with not because cross-functional team, more like business team. Maybe be more specific. Like was you like maybe the finance team, maybe it's already specific work with the finance team, but also you need to mention like engineering team for working, for example, data engineers to improve like quality of the data and drive like some quality things in chess. And the last thing, especially if you're BI developer, very often and it's worth to add this bullet point completely. It doesn't matter, Looker. So first of all, is here they're using Looker.
Yeah.
Here you need to use Looker instead of Power BI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it could be like, because why we need to do this? The challenge is then HR will screen your resume with hundreds others. You don't have Looker here.
Yeah.
And 10 other people will have Looker. Maybe they don't have this experience, but they have Looker. They have high chances. That's why it's very good that last position highlight that you use Looker. Even here, like you can, if you understand that the main thing that they want is Looker, but they also click, right? Then you can highlight that you're actually deep with the Looker. And yeah, that's important. It's not for the hiring manager, it's for HR. And the challenge is how you overcome this. Then you apply for the job. How many jobs did you apply so far?
Not that much, but no success.
Yeah, and
I even didn't get. I only get like most likely scam calls from.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You need to apply every day, like across North America, all remote jobs. Just apply. But you see the numbers in how people sharing, right? It's over hundreds. Before they get first interviews, it's over hundreds of applies.
Yeah.
And it's very good to have alerting. For example, LinkedIn can send you every day all new jobs, or Indeed, and then you just, as soon as you get it, you apply it. So it should be your like daily routine. For you, it doesn't matter, like you shouldn't worry if no one invite you for interview. But the thing is, you have to apply every day. And then you also, how I always like teach everyone to check their resume for the tools. All what you need is the tools and the title that match what you want.
Oh, okay.
And even as a first steps, if you're not confident, it could be even an on-site job, because all what you need to do is interviews.
Yeah.
Because you need to fail like 5-10 interviews to be confident what works, what doesn't work. It's not something you waiting like 6 months to apply for the job you like, and then you realize you failed the interview.
Yeah, that's right. So what do you think about cover letters?
No, yeah, I never use it.
Oh, that's a good news for me.
But you can use ChatGPT. I don't know, maybe you can ask about in Discord about this, how people, maybe it's good discussion for this. I never use. And my resume, by the way, not that good. And I found that even for positions I like, and I try to make my resume work, it's even not hitting this firewall to that hiring manager can see my resume, just because too many people apply. That's why it's downside what's happening right now. Everyone knows like how to build the resume, like for, I don't know, data analyst, BI analyst, or data engineer, and like just spamming. Even if you not in USA, even if you don't have the visa, people will still doing it. as a result, they just spam and blocked the channel to reach. So and the people who qualify, they're not getting on the table.
Yep.
This is all clear. And
so I just put these two certifications just because to show to explain the gap from 2019 to 2022.
where's the gap?
If you see,
What you need to do, and you were in Kazakhstan still in 2000?
No, so in October 2019, I came to the United States, and
Okay.
I couldn't work because I didn't
I
have.
see. You came to US and start working for Rokio Data.
Yeah.
Till September. So you can add the Rokio Data as a like.
Oh, Rokio Data. Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is how we do.
Okay.
Yeah, but because another thing what I don't like, if you have any gaps in your resume, again, it's not about hiring manager. Hiring manager, they like smart people, and they find.
I could understand.
You need like overcome the recruiters, and recruiters, they have their like, they don't really care about the job. They don't have much like compensation. They have lots of things outside of the work. They have many challenges in their life. So expecting that they will read, trying to understand, they don't.
Yeah.
They like 5 seconds for resume. It's yes or no. That's it. Next one.
Okay.
So it's challenging. The gap is bad. It's good that you brought this up. You can completely drop this because obviously if you United States of America, you speak English. Otherwise, if you put that you have English program, it's for me. It's question. Are you actually speak English? That's okay. That's all good. Yeah, maybe this summary, just do a bit. Maybe split it somehow. Like it's a big block of text.
Oh, okay.
And maybe here you need to like add scalpel tooling, because this I like the Snowflake, dbt, Tableau, Looker. Everyone knows them. Everyone knows them. Even if the company not using, they still like, if you work in Snowflake, you're probably like good in this what you're doing. Right. Okay, now to the job descriptions. So the first thing we want to check is what they're using. So they're using BigQuery. So obviously they running on Google Cloud platform. They use BigQuery as a data warehouse. They're using, they may use both, but probably because it's BigQuery and Google, they use more Looker. And it's nice to have Click. So you maybe put here like instead of DOMA Click, for example, right? And do little tutorial on Click just to get sense of it. And you can always say, like in other department use Click. They access the same Snowflake data warehouse, but they for example focus on the marketing analytics. I'm focused on like finance and product. So okay, master degree, this doesn't matter. SQL, yes. Data architecture, I mean, it's by this they mean how you're gonna organize your data in data warehouse, or able to read the data warehouse. If you connect the Snowflake for the first time, will you able to find the right tables to bring them in BI and join them using right keys? Business stakeholders. So how you presenting insights, how you gonna present your findings or dashboards, and how you can communicate with stakeholders. Could be manager, could be director level. Large enterprise. So that's interesting that they bring, like, they want someone who works in the huge company, right? That's why the global benefits should be like the big enterprise company.
Experience in large enterprise. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they.
When I read this, I didn't get like. I thought that describing themselves like large enterprise?
No,
or
they are,
so
but
they mean
they
I
want
need to, the candidate
yes.
should come from large enterprise. Okay.
They don't want someone from startup, you know, like quick,
Okay.
like quick and dirty, and yeah, that's they want like because it's probably lots of bureaucratic process,
Okay.
and that's then you see this, or you actually start like coming with stories how you fighting bureaucratic, how everything's slow, but you understand the value of this because you don't want to break the processes. There is lots of like compliance governance. You should be careful if the data changes. Like the change management is like slow. Like basically you need to talk what they
I
want to
got
hear. If
yeah.
it would be startup, you will completely opposite.
Okay.
Experience BI products, problem solving, analysis skills, work in the team, agile methodology. Yeah, it's just this like 2 week Scrum. Do you know this?
So yeah, we used agile methodology in BigCloud back in Kazakhstan. Yeah, like weekly meetings, stand-up meetings, and that's all for me. No, like in high level, what other team members are doing in case.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So for me, like agile is kind of meetings, and that's it.
Yeah, for me the primary goal of agile is your 2 week sprints. You have Scrum board, you have tickets, and you have the scope, the tickets and priorities for you to finish.
Right. Yeah.
So
we have
now we found the fourth salaries, right? The base salary. They probably have some little bonus. Uh, depends on the grade, right? Do you know what the grade they're offering? I don't know, grading system.
No, to be honest.
Yeah, because it could be something. I think it's here, like maybe grade 6. It even could be grade 5. But anyway, right now the salary is not that important. For the first job, in new country, the most important is the first job because for many reasons. Okay, now we can talk about you. Okay, maybe Aizhan, first you can tell me about your data team that you currently work, like how it's structured, how many members, like what titles, for example, data engineers, data scientists, and so on and so on.
So currently we have 12 members in BI department, and we have BI analyst developer like me and data warehouse developers. So basically the team consists from data analysts and or BI developers and data warehouse developers. So in modern way, data engineers.
Mm-hmm.
So the data engineers are mostly focused on backend side, like building data marts, maintaining data warehouse, and BI developer and BI analysts. We're like the bridge between business departments and data engineers. So this is the structure.
And how do you collaborate, for example, with data engineers?
Like directly?
In your team, right? Can you give me an
Yeah.
example? Then you work together on some task.
Yes. So basically, we divide one task between BI developer and data engineer. And in some projects, data engineer could provide data mart or solution in data warehouse, and then BI developer gets that data and builds reporting solutions, tests this solution. And while doing this task, we collaborate with data engineer because in order to build the solution, you need to understand the logic of the data engineer.
Okay. And do you perform any data engineering task yourself?
Yes, I do perform. For example, depending on the everything depends on the task. If it's like once in a while task, and we don't have to build like unique data mart for that we can use for any other solutions, then I can build table or fact table in a data warehouse myself without data engineers. So yeah, I built data structure if it's not that big project, and write the procedure, ETL process, and then test it, and then build BI solution, and provide the solution for test to business users.
Sounds like almost end-to-end solution.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, and for when you mentioned you like build fact tables in data warehouse, do you use any modeling techniques?
I think it's mostly like star model where we build fact tables and some dimension, like mostly dictionary tables. So
Okay.
this is
So
the only
it calls dimensional modeling.
Oh yeah, dimensional modeling, yeah.
And do you know the name, the person who invented this?
Kimball?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Kimball, yeah.
But you should know in this case what is slowly changed dimension means.
SCD?
Yeah.
Yes, so our data engineers use this technique, but right now I cannot recall. I think it's to maintain and to keep the changes in tables, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a car?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a car? Car.
No, I don't have a car.
And if you buy a car, what the car it will be?
Crossover.
I mean the brand.
Brand doesn't matter.
It should be Ford.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I thought it's not related, but now I guess. Okay.
It's related.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should start from your, basically, if you do interview with the Ford, you need to tell that, it's the best car ever. Like
Oh my God.
I had one in Kazakhstan. I want to buy the new one here. Okay, so when you work with BI tool, what BI tool you work the most right now?
So now mostly it's Power BI and SSRS.
Okay, so I understand the SRS is a like legacy thing. Let's focus on the Power BI.
Power BI.
So the Power BI, how do you then you can build the dashboard? How you sharing your work?
Through Power BI service.
Okay, and who manage Power BI service? For example, adding the users, permissions, and so on and so on.
So in our team, we have one team member who deploys everything into production and provides this access, etc. But in testing environment, I do it myself. So when we do UAT tests with the business users, I do it myself. But in production, Well, I don't know if I should tell this or I should say that I'm doing everything myself without mentioning
You
the
should
environment.
focus on, because the BI work has two parts. The one is development, the dashboards. It's basically your capability to talk with the business users, could be like, for example, the manager, whatever, understand what should be done in terms of like dashboard. Then you need to find the right data. So basically you need to understand in your data warehouse, do you have all data or not? If not, how you can bring this? Like, do you need to work with data engineers to spin up the new pipelines? For example, you're onboarding the new marketing tool. Obviously, data not in data warehouse. Then you need to collaborate with data engineer. In this very good case, right? How you can, because you 100% depend on upstream team, who's the data engineering, who build data warehouse. Even you can build some of the things, for example, the fact table. But if data not loaded into data warehouse, you need to make sure that data engineering team prioritize this and bring, for example, build ingestion pipeline into your data warehouse. And here you're like, I don't know, it could be soft skills, it's your collaborations, how you will influence the data engineers or their managers to take your task into work, right? Not just in backlog and in 1 month, right? How make it faster. And then you can, it's another use case, right? How you can collaborate, explain how you can collaborate and convince people work with you, like to show like to do the work faster. And you can talk that, like in the past, very good use case. In the past, our data engineering team was a kind of bottleneck. Every new request took a while because they have like big queue of the task. And then you establish very good relationship with their managers and team lead and data engineers. So now you increase for the task that you're working, you like the better and better. And also you escalated the situation to like senior management that, like it's not perfect work. So trying to find a way how to solve this bottleneck in data engineering. And part of this solution was to upskill yourself to do the data engineering work and basically help yourself, like as self-service.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. I mean, I could find a solution for the problem, and just if I don't have like necessary privileges in the database and in the data platform, I would just talk to the data engineer and told what to do and provide the solution.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, can you maybe for the Power BI, do you use like data models in Power BI?
Yes, in depending on the project, we do use, for example, for finance team, for the reconciliation reports that they do every month. I built a model because in our data warehouse, like the dictionary tables for brokers was different than the dictionary that finance team use internally. So they asked to use their dictionary, and we just built the Power BI model specifically for finance.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's one of the examples that I could recall.
Okay. And did you have examples then, for example, some metrics in Power BI dashboard is wrong? Who and how identified it's wrong and how it was enforced to avoid in the future?
Yeah, I could recall one situation when we calculated loss ratio, since it's insurance company. It was calculated wrong. So, and it was identified by the business user. And then we fixed the problem because instead of written premium, we should use word premium. And then we communicated this error with the business users, and fixed it and documented this logic that in every report, not only one, we use this kind of logic, etc.
Okay. So in terms of overall data quality checks, like do you use any kind of framework, how you, like pipelines running, who is doing this, how you can make sure that data always is accurate and fresh?
So we have data quality reports. So I was the responsible person to build this report. We had some like old version of data quality reports. It's related mostly like business questions for underwriting team, claims team, and we had several checkpoints like rules to check metrics. For example, I could recall now the case in this data quality report for enrollment team. So we ran the query. I cannot recall the name of the rule, but it was related to customers' birth date. So that their birth date was incorrectly entered by the enrollment team. So we have like several rules, and we run it. And every day in the morning, the enrollment team, claim team, and underwriting team can see how many issues they have, and they can drill down to the details. And then they correct it on the front end side. That's one of the cases. I don't know if it's one or not.
Yeah, I think I just, while you were answering, I was thinking about the framework, how to answer the questions, like STAR. Often
STAR.
we use, in Amazon interviews, like there's like situation, task, action, and result. And yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because now when you were talking about this, it was too long, right?
Yeah.
How to have like because basically then you have the questions you need to answer like 1-2 sentence. If you're starting to go in details, it's it's not good.
Yeah.
That's why I can just say, okay, what's the situation? What's the problem? I've got the task, maybe a manager, or I took initiatives to solve it. I did 1, 2, 3. As a result, we never have this issue anymore. Something like this.
Okay.
Yeah. They also mentioned about code reviews. So do you use any kind of tools for like performing code reviews, for like version controls, or maybe some like continuous integrations, and how anything related to this?
Yes, we do use SVN, Tortoise SVN, for version control and for code review. After finishing development, I deploy everything to the branch, to development branch, and then team member who deploys everything into production, reviews everything, and then deploys it into production.
Okay.
And also we provide we can provide code reviews, like any team member can review the code.
Okay,
so
sounds good. Yeah, because this is good aspect to do this kind of like code reviews, and I think SVN is quite like legacy thing. So one good thing could be how to tell the same story about experience, but using the modern tools, right? For example, instead of SVN, can you tell the story that you're using GitHub? Instead of Azure or like SQL on premise, can you tell that you're using Snowflake? And so on and so on. So basically to make you more like modern in terms of tooling, especially like then you see organizations like already it's like Looker, BigQuery. They also mention about documents and relationship diagrams. So can you tell about like documentations aspect of your work? How you, and maybe do you create any data models in terms of like in documentations, like those entity relationships diagram and something else?
So in current work, we do documentation, like functional requirements, where we explain the logic of the report, what kind of table we use, what is the logic of every field, and also if it's a really big project, we build for the model. We build some kind of relationship diagram in Microsoft Visio, but it's not like everyday case, but we do use that.
Okay. So for one technical question I have, for example, if your Power BI report not performing, first, do you have live connection or extract?
Mostly it's extract, because so we have like team in different time zones, and everything is focused on Pacific time zone. So there is it doesn't make sense to do live connection, because data will update once in a day and it will take some time. So we mostly use only extract.
Okay.
And update it like using the schedule.
What will happen if your Power BI extract will fail with error out of memory? It basically means your data set is growing too much and it's crashing.
So we didn't have such kind of situation, but we had I don't know if I can tell about the other case when we had a long loading report. So we had this problem, because in Power BI service, users started like complaining about the speed of the report. So we just separated the data based on the business focus. They were focused mostly on the modern, like fresh data. They did not. They were not interested in the history. So we divided it into two tables. One is the more fresh data, and the history is in the snapshot data. And then we switched basically tables in the report.
Okay.
That was one of the solutions.
So for overall for BI and maybe data analysis as well, sometimes the performance of BI reports and dashboards is matter. For example, in Tableau, for example, if you take Looker, you have to know that Looker doesn't have extract capabilities at all. It has a little of caching, and it means every time you refresh report in Looker, it runs the SQL query against your database. And for example, if many users running different reports, you can have many concurrent queries, and then you can start having issues with like data warehouse performance. Or maybe it could, for example, BigQuery, it probably will just very expensive to handle all of these. So that's why for Looker, it doesn't have extract. So you need to think how you can optimize your data warehouse. And even you don't need to do yourself, but you should be able, because then your report is slow, and it's a popular question. The first answer is take the query plan. You take the query plan and trying to understand the query plan, whereas like sometimes in cloud data warehouse, you need to collect statistics, or you need to change partitions, or maybe you need like do adding index or sorting. But the performance is very important, because the first challenge is how it crashed completely. Like Tableau extracts, Power BI extracts the crashing a lot because of the volume of data, and you maybe need to like think how you can scale up your Power BI server or like Tableau server to handle this. That's why I mentioned in the past that admin work for BI tools is important. So when admin works, it's for example adding users permissions and overall how you can design your security model. For example, the marketing users can see the marketing data, but they couldn't see the finance data, right? So you need to create some kind of like role-based access control.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also, and this could be very good, like solid point in your resume for your BI administration things. And another one could be for like optimizations and performance tuning things. Just starting from the query plan and what you can, maybe you can from query plan, you need to find some weird pattern and you escalate to data engineering team.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's, yeah. And another powerful thing is that I often use Amazon leadership behavioral questions interview. And then they have it. So there's leadership, but it's because we talk mostly about technical things, and let's ask a couple questions for behavioral interview. It's again like situation, task, action, result.
Yeah, I hate them.
Yeah, but you don't need to code. That's actually good.
Okay.
You just need nice story to come up.
Okay.
Okay. And for, do you know the difference like between data analyst and BI developer role?
So as of me, a data analyst is more about data analysis and providing some kind of insights and coming up with any solutions for business. But BI analyst is mostly builds like descriptive analytics without going deep down into business concepts, without providing any decisions, I guess.
No, I don't think it's actually, I don't think this question has answer because it's every company define their roles the same. But if we will come back to like this framework from the model one, then I have like those layers. So it doesn't matter is it the BI developer, BI analyst, data analyst, product analyst, they're all in between data warehouse.
Yes.
Where you have your consolidated data and the end users who consume your insights. So, and it's including your dashboards, visualizations, and for example, BI engineer in Amazon, in their job descriptions, they have delivering insights and business recommendations.
Oh.
And basically, for all jobs, you need to show impact. What's your impact? For example, here you say, we're saving like 40 plus hours savings, but what's the impact saving? I mean, maybe you lay off like people. This is impact, or you save the money. Like 20% improving data. It's first of all, it's not very clear. Maybe it's the speed of nightly ETL batch, or it's not that clear. And impact on the business. Yeah, maybe the company was able to, because of your very nice finance dashboard, the company was doing better in their forecasting and planning and the cost allocation, something like this, ties to the money. So you as a BI developer, how you value adding, and there is also the common term, like the strategy of the company, the vision, mission, and the strategy of the company, like the business, and then how your work ties to this. That's important. And I think everyone likes, especially if you have an interview with like product manager or something from business, right? That they don't care about like BI data warehouse. But if you talk that actually your work ties to the company goals, company missions, visions, and like their, I don't know, objectives, key result for this year, and everything you're doing because of this. This could be a very nice story.
Okay.
Because how you answer questions from the product managers and how you answer questions from the data engineers are obviously like two different, right?
Yes, definitely.
So here I just want to ask you one question from deep dive. So is your analyst developer work with data? So okay, how have you, give me the situation, how have you changed an opinion or directions using the data?
How have you changed opinion using data?
Yeah,
that's a tough question. So
and obviously it's something like you maybe have like your dashboard, right? That you maybe you talk with financial manager, maybe marketing managers, you heard their problem, that they, we have too many like financial reportings, we no consolidated view, and we couldn't, we think everything is very good, something like this, but you using the data or the tools related to it, because here the data could be anything. It could be the tools, it could be the data itself, it could be the metrics, could be anything. It could be your insights as a data or whatever. But
so I think I can tell about one case in current company. So when I came to the company, they mostly utilized Domo and SSRS, but they had Power BI, and some of the business users, they just used to download the data into Excel. And I saw this situation when I talked to my colleague from finance team. And then I initiated the using of Power BI and utilizing Power BI reports rather than SSRS and Domo, because we could build like self-service, mostly like almost self-service Power BI solutions. And at first time, my supervisor, my manager, was against this idea because he didn't have experience in Power BI, and then also he did not want to be responsible for any like not accurate reports, because he could not trust to business users that they would build like proper solutions with Power BI. But after like several tries and after showing that we could save for finance member like 40 hours or more hours of manual work, he agreed to migrate into Power BI, like start migrating all the reports. And for when I say in this resume that when we saved 40 hours, it was actually one finance colleague from finance team, and I assisted and guided her in using Power BI. So this one was one of the cases. So far, I cannot use this STAR framework, I guess.
Okay.
So but the main idea,
How did you communicate with them about this?
We have like a team meeting every month, and we discuss what kind of problems we have, what kind of complaints, let's say. So what we can offer, suggest, like in terms of tools, in terms of communications with business, what kind of problems we have. So that moment, I just raised my hand and suggested and offered to use Power BI because I said that finance team are using Excel every month and they have to download data manually into Excel and update their reports, etc. And Excel also crashes all the time. And we built with this finance colleague this one kind of report solution, and she presented it to my supervisor and to her supervisor. And that's it. They were seeing that it's more efficient, and also other team members from finance were started coming to me and asking to guide and help to connect to data source or to get some data, what kind of data they need. So then we started like building some, combining some reports that we already have. So they had to download it into Excel and then manually manipulate with it. But after we built everything in Power BI, we connected this report. They just update it once in a month and use for their reportings.
Okay. I think also here the very good technique is using the writing. I think even in their job descriptions, maybe they have. I don't know. Can I search?
Writing?
Yeah, the writing, like there are different documents, right? We can like design review, there is proposal. For example, Amazon likes a lot of writing, like 1-pager document, 6-page document, all those things. So the goal is, and for example, whenever you work, if you have some insights, how you can communicate them. So through the writing, you write some kind of document, you have examples, you have the metrics, and so on and so on. Yeah, that's right. And last time then we did this mind map. I actually then I think later sharing that I've added the like soft skills, including communications and writing, because the writing is the only way how you, and it's answering to you, the only way how you can, and the same way how you solve conflict. If you want to use Power BI and another person want to use Domo, how to choose? Through the writing. You write your proposal, maybe you do the proof of concept of both tools. You specify pros and cons for each, then meet everyone together with your managers and everyone. They read all the documents, they judge, and they decide what to do. Again, writing.
Yeah, writing.
Yeah, that's basically it. I hope it was helpful.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you so much.
Okay, then go back to learn, to study.
Okay.
Yeah.
Modernize my technical tools.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.